Mr. Joe, you couldn't answer my question. Why not? Why not, Joe? I asked you a simple question, and you told me to leave. Why not?
Because you're acting like this.
Because I'm acting like, now I'm acting like this because you fired me. You told me to leave. Answer the question. Answer the question. I listened to you, and when I felt like it was my turn to speak, and I asked you a question, you told me I had to leave. You should be disgusted with yourself. You carry yourself as if you're innocent. As if you're innocent. How could you carry yourself like that? Like I'm the one in the wrong. How would you feel if you had racism in front of your face from a job that you put your all into? A job you thought was home. How about that? Overtime for y'all. Overtime for y'all never called out. Never came late. I came in overtime for y'all. I'm getting fired because I came in overtime that day. And this white girl lied on me, Joe. And you know it. But you know what? You needed something to move me. Because God would not move me, honey. That's why. You needed something, honey. Because I'm unshakable. You needed something, Joe. You ain't have nothing, baby. You ain't had nothing. You ain't had nothing and you're standing with your hands in your pocket. You a coward. A coward. A coward. And I have every right to be outraged. Because how dare you? Didn't take my breaks. I never said anything. Came in overtime for y'all that day. And that's how I'm treated. That's all you can do. So the black girl can't ask a question. Huh, Joe? The black girl can't ask a question, Joe? Is that what was the problem? I could have asked you a question, Joe. Huh? That's the problem. And that's why you stand there. And you look like a coward. You think that you look calm, but you look like a coward. And yes, God will deal with you. God will deal with you because you don't mess with the wrong one. I am his child, honey. You gonna try to make me sign a paper, try to tell me that I didn't hold myself a certain way. Why? Because I'm black? Huh? I held myself a certain day every day. What I did for this company, that should speak values. I came in overtime. I came in on time. I never called out. Residents let me know. One resident complained. None of that. Extended. None of that. Outstanding. Outstanding. Evaluation. And I didn't have no problem. Those were evaluation. And I didn't have no problem. Those were all lies against me. And I stand firm. That's what I did, Joe. I stand firm against the lies and the allegations. I've never been the problem. I'm one of the most kindest people to them residents. And you know it. And you know it, Joe. You know it. You know it. Because after we had a conversation, why would you invite me here today to speak again? You know you're wrong, Joe. I may be the one that's showing my tail right now because I'm hurt, but you're the one that's wrong. You're the one that's wrong. You're wrong. And I'm not going to leave without saying my piece. I asked you, why did you choose this girl who's on her third day of orientation, who says she feel like being an NA is beneath the bottom from her using to be a supervisor? Did I come tell that, Joe? No, I did not, because that's not my place. God will deal with her. God will deal with her. So you marinate and think on that. You think on that. You want to talk about you standing on company values and all of that? And all of that? You're not standing on no company values, honey. You got the brain, but you lack the heart. And that's what you showed me the other day. You lack the heart. You told me I was being unprofessional because I was crying, because I was hurt, because I have the heart. God gave it to me. You lack the heart. What good is that? What good is that? Yeah, you have treasures and riches, but what good is that when your heart is as cold as ice? Honey, black. Black. And God will deal with you. So yes, stay calm. Yes, stay calm. Yes, Joe, you're wrong. And you're racist. And you're racist. And you're racist. I don't care where you're from. You're racist. Because let's be honest, you chose a white girl voice over mine, Joe. Because tell me why. You can't. Because you a coward. You stand there. You can't even answer the question. I asked you, why did you believe her over me? You ain't got nothing to say. Because she white. Give me a reason why not. Give me a reason why not. You a coward. You a coward, and you're going to get dealt with accordingly. God is going to deal with you. You're a coward for that. That's why you're standing with your hands in your pocket. And you told me to leave because I asked the right question. Yeah, because I asked the right question. This little black girl asked the right question because she knew exactly what it was. Exactly what it was. That's sad.
So when I was in the office, upper management was there, the person that you guys seen in the video, okay? This person basically was asking me what happened Saturday, okay? The Saturday that I worked overtime. Now, I'm going to explain it to y'all that the situation was that there was a resident who just did not take a liking to me. It was a resident who did not want me to provide care, basically. I still bought the person their trays and stuff, but this person was fairly independent, but they didn't want me to take them to the bathroom, which I basically let the orientee know, I'm like, I asked the person if they needed, I asked my resident, if they needed to go to the bathroom. They did not want to speak to me. Asked my resident if they was hungry. They did not want to speak to me. Asked my resident if they needed anything. They did not want to speak to me. And I understood that, but I also want to make very clear that I went and got help from another NA, and she stepped in for me. And I realized that I should have told the nurse what was going on. So I realized that was my mistake. And that's something that I can take with me to learn, is that I should have let your nurse know. Please let your nurse know what's going on. Let your nurse know what's going on. It does not matter if you feel like you can't talk to this person. None of that matters. Because in situations like this is what it taught me. In situations like this, you need your backup. And how can someone be your backup when they did not know what was going on? Just because I'm the kind of person where I felt like I was still being mature and I was still handling it and things like that. I learned, let your nurse, know what's going on. Let her know what's going on. So my resident didn't take a liking to me. And so basically that is what happened. My resident just did not like me, but I never stopped care. My girl, my NA, she stepped in for me, and I even offered for the orientee to take her to the bathroom. The girl that I'm speaking about in the video. And, my resident replies were very nasty. So it's like, if anything, I held my composure. I was very respectful and understanding of my resident because, people, we're all human. I don't know what kind of day she was having. Even though I came in, with the right intentions, with the right attitude and positivity, I don't know what's going on. And so, I didn't feel like it was her fault. I would never feel like it was her fault because, she could have been confused. Like, those things was in my mind. And, that's what me and the NA was talking about. Like, she could have been confused. She could have been having a bad day. And so I'm very grateful for her stepping in for me. Now, the orientee, I don't know. I still don't know, what was really said that I did. In the meeting, I was just told that I was unprofessional. I was told that I was unprofessional by upper management. And I did get to explain what happened. The same thing that I just explained to you guys is what I explained. And I was told that I was suspended. I was told to clock out. And this person my upper management was just speaking to me the whole time. And it was just like, no room for what if. It was like no room for a what if. It was like this person came blazing guns at me. Like, this person came with the intent to suspend me, with the intent to fire me, with the intent to get rid of me. I just felt like, and I want to also say that my reaction to that meeting, you guys, I was crying in there. I was crying. hearing that he was saying that from a source, which is her. It's her, you know, from a source that I was being unprofessional. And I just, okay, let me get back to it. I was in a room with upper management and I was crying because I'm like, I was just so hurt. I'm getting suspended and I have to go clock out. I'm like, what is going on? In my mind, I'm like, what is this person saying? I'm like, what is this? What is that? What are the allegations? And right now it's a investigation. So they have to collect statements and he'll get back to me in a couple of days. So in my mind, I'm like, he didn't get into it. So in my mind, I'm like, what is going on? What are the allegations? Like, and I just burst into tears, you guys. I just burst into tears, you know, because I'm a very emotional, passionate person. And I'm like, I couldn't, just different things were in my head. What is this girl saying about me? What is she saying that I've done? And I was told, because I was crying, this is what the man in the video told me. So I want to make it very clear that my first reaction was I burst into tears. I was crying. And this person kind of told me like, Cherie, you look like you're having a nervous breakdown. Cherie, you look like you're having a nervous breakdown. And I still need you to be professional. And I was just kind of like, in my mind, I was like, that shut me off. That shut me off. That made me feel like what I'm saying and what I'm saying is not going to get through to this person. Okay. Me defending myself is not going to get through to this person. This person has no, like, if y'all would have heard the way that was said, it was just like, why are you crying? Like, why? This is how it was said. Like, why are you crying? What are you crying for? And it's just like, I had